So now we come on to the topic of magic. So I want to explain to you magic in the light of an ayah in the Quran. And that ayah in the Quran is the 102nd ayah in Surah Al-Baqarah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says,
واتبعوا ما تتلو الشياطين على ملك سليمان وما كفر سليمان ولكن الشياطين كفروا يعلمون الناس السحر وما أنزل على الملكين ببابل هاروت وماروت.
5 points I want us to take out of this ayah. Number 1, magic is something that can be learnt. Magic is something that can be learnt. Magic is not something that you are born with. Number 2, magic is an act of disbelief. Number 3, magic causes real and significant harm. It does not just cause illusions. It doesn't just cause you to see something that's not there. Number 4, there is no harm without the permission of Allah. And number 5, there is no such thing as good magic or white magic. This is right in the base of the grave, in the middle of the night. They call them out because they've heard that there's some magic buried there. And they keep on digging and digging, and eventually they take out this pouch. They start to open the pouch, and we're going to see what's in it. That looks like somebody's vest. Inside you have an egg which is painted or colored red, may well be blood, and has a number of needles stuck into it. You have a tissue, a man's tissue. You have a lemon. You have the head of an animal that was sacrificed to other than Allah. And it's not uncommon for them to put inside of the head of the animal some magic. And you have these writings, you have all sorts, it's covered in blood. You have a child's nappy in there, and you have a sanitary towel. So you can see the sanitary towel in the middle, you can see the child's nappy over to the side, you can see a vest, you can see a handkerchief, a male tissue, a bunch of pins inside of the egg. We saw a number of things. What did we see in that last one that was open from the grave? We saw, I think there was a vest, there was some kind of clothing, there was a sanitary towel, there was a nappy, there was a lemon, there was an egg, it was colored red, there was blood, there was a male tissue, there was 7 pins. Each individual item that was put in there for a reason. Magicians don't do things at random. They do very, very evil and very horrific things, but they don't do them at random. It was put in there for a reason and an aim in order to bring the shaitan and cause a problem. And I'll tell you what happened. The story of this, the sheikh who gave me the video, he actually was involved in the case, and he told me the story. He said what happened was there was a woman who had been divorced by her husband, and she had lost custody of her child. She went to a magician in order to bring her child back to her. She brought her own blood. She brought the child's nappy. She brought some clothing from her husband and his tissue. And she brought an animal, and the animal was slaughtered to other than Allah. And I want to make something very, very, very clear. The magician in the beginning would do these horrible acts, and they would leave Islam, and they would sell their soul to the shaitan. However, there's a problem. Once the magician has done that, what's next? The magician calls the shaitan, says, I'm willing to make sajda to you in order for you to do something for me. And the jinn and the shaitan say, well, what's the point? You've already disgraced the Quran, you've already left Islam, you've already done the worst of the worst of the worst. There's nothing left to ask from you. You've left Islam and there's no Islam left in you, so we have no need. What is next? So then he says, what can I do for you next to make you obey me or to make you carry out my orders once again? And so the shaitan says, now you have to bring other people. It's not enough for you to leave Islam. Now you have to bring other people. And so that magician goes out to convince other people to use their services and to bring them, those other people, outside of Islam. Magic can be done for a number of reasons. Those two reasons can be summarized by two things. Sarfun wa atf. Pushing people away and bringing people together. Pushing people away is, if you like, what people term evil magic. All magic is evil, but what people term black magic or evil magic, magic that's done to harm, magic that's done to kill, magic that's done to push away, magic that's done to destroy, magic that's done to break up a family, that's one thing. On the other side, magic that is done to bring people together, and it brings nothing. It brings nothing together. It doesn't do anything. Like the magic to protect someone from the shaitan, magic to give someone health, magic to cure someone's illness, magic to make someone love someone, and all of it is done the same way. All of it's done by disgracing the Quran. All of it's done by pushing people away from the path of Allah. This is the reality of the magician. How does magic work? Magic is an agreement between the shaitan on one side and the magician on the other. The magician agrees to do certain things for the shaitan, and then of course the shaitan agrees in return to do certain things for the magician.